Focusing on the Learner, Strategies for Facilitating Online Learner-Centered Design by Topeka Stacey, Yvonne Stephenson, and Stacey Sturges. Barbara McCombs defines learner-centered instruction as methods that give students time to reflect, discuss, share experiences, and receive social and emotional support. It is a multifaceted approach to designing instruction that focuses on ways to support learning for individuals and groups of students. It is most effective if the instructor understands who their learners are and what they need. This approach allows learners to be active participants and take ownership of their learning. Our team will describe how this method can be applied to online learning environments. Next, we will present 6 strategies for learner-centered education. Student choice. Give students a sense of control and responsibility. To empower learners, you can let them select the assignments that will contribute to their grade. Learners who can control their own pace and pick what they want to learn are much more effective than learners who passively receive instructions from the teacher. Trust that your students will spend more time on chapters or sections that they have not yet mastered. Although it may be hard to give up control, providing students with choices is a good way to motivate and inspire students to learn in a learner-centered environment. One study using this strategy was purposed to help transfer the responsibility of learning onto the students by giving them control over which assignments they wanted to complete and ultimately their final grade. Assignment categories were developed for various learning styles and to give students a choice of activities based on their interests. Effective student-centered approaches include materials that cover various learning styles and meet the motivational needs of students. Assignments should be constructed so learners can be successful and achieve the level of competence associated with the subject matter. According to the results, cafeteria-style instruction was a positive experience for a large majority of the students. They generally completed assignments from a variety of categories, which provided them opportunities to apply their new skills in professional situations, network with professionals, and research topics that were of interest to them. The chart here shows the different assignments offered, which totaled 900 points, while students only had to earn 450 points to get an A. This example from the study also shows the student approaches to earning an A were varied and at the higher levels on Bloom's taxonomy. Online facilitator presence and engagement. Facilitator presence and engagement can set the tone for the student presence and engagement, especially in learner-centered online courses. To provide exceptional learning experiences, facilitators should be fully present and engaged with learners in online learning spaces. Online facilitators are responsible for participating in the course. Facilitators should do some form of the following as they see fit. Log into courses regularly, grade and respond to emails in a timely manner with useful feedback, and participate in weekly discussions or at least create weekly posts, videos, or messages that facilitate learning that week's content. Lastly, meeting in optional synchronous events also helps build community and engagement all around. Establishing regular and consistent facilitator presence and engagement is key in learner-centered environments and can boost student success. Research shows that collaboration is an essential component of learner-centered instruction. There are a variety of educational technology applications that instructors can employ in the pursuit of offering opportunities for collaboration. These can include wikis, shared documents through the Google platform, blogs, discussion boards, and student-created resource databases. Wikis and shared docs are essentially web pages that allow all members of a group to edit a document. There are a multitude of possibilities on how a designer might incorporate this into a lesson that allows the students to create their own unique path to knowledge. Assignments involving blogs and discussion boards with required peer review allow those participating in asynchronous coursework to collaborate with classmates by responding to feedback from members of their cohort. Finally, students can work together to create a resource database for their course. While the instructor creates the framework of the database, students are tasked with adding helpful resources as they encounter them. Authentic learning. Instruction that encompasses authentic learning is learner-centered because the focus is on acquiring skills that learners feel are important. Myers asserts that authentic learning includes these three criteria. Learners must work toward a goal they deem genuine. The activity encourages learners to move past what they consider to be a personal limitation. And the authentic learning activity makes a difference in the lives of the learners. One method to introduce authentic learning is to provide students with access to experts. Instead of simply reading about a topic, students can meet virtually with a leader in the field they are studying. High-fidelity simulations are meant to be realistic representations of students will one day encounter. An example is a flight simulator that would be used when training pilots. With the use of virtual reality, students can be introduced to a multitude of environments. Dynamic data refers to the opportunity to access real-time, accurate information that students can use when completing projects. Having students create a prototype allows them to gain experience seeing a project through from inception to completion. The prototype refers not only to the design of a tangible item, but can encompass any type of product a student will ultimately create in the workplace. And finally, requiring teamwork is a way to expose students to the resources and demands that they will find when working on teams in a professional environment. Reflection and self-assessment. For students to become thoughtful individuals who can assume responsibility for learning, they must be taught how to analyze and evaluate their work. Facilitators have the ability to get students to be reflective and to find value in the process of thinking about their learning. When teachers value students' reflections, the process of learning becomes as important as its product. And the focus of evaluation moves from something that is done at the end of a project or a grading period to something that occurs throughout the course. Good learner-centered design includes reflection and self-assessment. This strategy can help students determine how to deal with real-world challenges more effectively. The most common reflective activities for students are usually questions, prompts, and response papers, which are set up using the course tools, usually through a learning management system. However, if pressed for time, provide simple checklists for student reflection and self-assessment, and use them to shape future content or follow up with students as needed. The first list, called the Success Scale List, helps students assess how successful they were in an activity, while the second list, the Engaged Learner Checklist, helps them assess the merits and shortcomings of a project assignment they had participated in. These examples provide a great opportunity for learner-centered reflection and self-assessment. Learner relevance. It is important that a student-centered online learning environment engages learners by creating personal connections to the material. Learning is more concrete and meaningful as more personal connections are made among ideas, contexts, and perspectives. A study by Park and Choi found that learner relevance is an indicator of a student's persistence to complete an online program. Dropout rates were reduced when instructors used methods to enhance the relevance of the course. Methods to enhance relevance include personalizing instruction by using individual study plans, learner-relevant content and assessments, and individual feedback that is not automated. CAE Learning Space is a tool that can be used to enhance learner relevance. It is a learning management system and simulator that is used to teach medical professionals how to diagnose and treat patients. The LMS captures audio and video of simulated patient examinations. Each student is assigned a different patient and has access to their medical records and other documentation. The student uses medical protocols to accurately interview and diagnose the patient. The student's instructors can view the interaction by video and evaluate their performance. Students are assessed individually and can view their results and video performance on any mobile device. Implementing or modifying any one of these strategies to fit your learner's needs can assist you in facilitating a learner-centered online course. Student choice, online facilitator presence and engagement, active learning, reflection and self-assessment, the promotion of collaboration, and learner relevance are all effective strategies for constructivist learning. We hope these ideas serve as a springboard to encourage focusing on the learner. Please explore our references to learn more.